going on, everybody? Welcome to your weekend astrology forecast for the weekend of July 30th and the 31st of 2022. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Appreciate you all. Hope you had a great week. Let's take a look at this weekend of our lives together as a collective. Well, we're going to see that sun at 7 degrees. It is going to come to 8 degrees through Sunday, and it's trining Jupiter. This is very nice. Very nice. Sun trine Jupiter. There's like gifts out there. There's doorways. There's expansion. And especially with Jupiter, which is a planet that rules a fire sign of Sag. The sun dignified here in Leo. Oh, yeah. We got some good scores here. They're giving Jupiter evened out. But still, it's a nice reception they're sharing. It's a very nice trine. I think we want to really look at the happiness, the positivity, and the things that we're opening up in our life. Like, let's go farther. Let's create more. Let's not look at things so narrow-minded even. Like, expand your perception and your beliefs of what you can accomplish, what you can do this weekend, and how much fun it will be if you're identifying with these radical North Node Uranus, Mars Uranus. They're going to conjunct this weekend, and Mars and Uranus will be Monday, but this North Node Uranus with Mars, like, there's so many unexplainable things that are about to be identified with that you can find the courage to initiate with Mars. It's not about being scared. The gift is in the courage. It's in the strength. It's in the forward progression of your life for something of value, for something of greatness, for something that's fertile that you can grow. People are so important. Venus is at 15 degrees. It's starting to make a sextile over to Mars this weekend. It will be by Monday. It will be sextile, this conjunction with the North Node and Uranus and Mars. So there's a lot going on with people in our lives. Uranus is people. Venus is relationships and people. Like, it can feel like, in many ways, it's almost like a turnstile of people in our lives right now. Who is destined to be in our lives that's creating based on positivity, on this love with our heart? Who is really open to that energy right now? Who isn't? Like, you're going to just start to see change. And it's going to happen quick. And I think even with Mars and Taurus, it's like, we can kind of feel like things have been slow going. I mean, I think time is going fast. But at the same time, it's almost like, when are things going to pop off in my life? Well, this weekend, they're about to start popping off in your life. So I think that there's a lot to be excited for, just when it comes to what the possibilities are, and be open to these different doorways, these different ways to expand your, vision of where things can go. You don't have to have it all figured out. It's unpredictable, but it's like, be open to the experience, be open to all the things that can come through, because it's not going to look one certain way for anybody. And I think that you can find that your value, if you can identify with it and pursue it and want to like really physically have that, you can have it right now. And I think with this weekend having a moon in Virgo, it's really saying too, like, be critical about your value. Be critical about the things in life that would make you happier. Like, it's okay to analyze things that are based on like the things that are going to light you up. 100%. And the things that will support you and the people that will support you. And I think that, a moon in Virgo can bring a little bit of humbling energy to it, but it's also, this purification. So I think it's getting back to the simple things, the reality-based things that are pure in our life, and realizing that as long as we're initiating life with love in our hearts, we're going to expand our life right now, and relationships are going to change, and they're going to expand, and they can be the most nurturing, comfortable things that ever show up. And maybe there is an uncomfortable, thing here. We have to remember the South Node in Scorpio is opposing Mars. It is opposing Uranus right now. So we have to realize that there are things that are dying off. Nothing is going to last forever. We can get so emotionally stuck on a lot of things in life, whether it's people especially, or whether it's your own desires. And I think that we have to realize that, yeah, we can have these conscious desires, but there's bigger soul levels that are getting peeled back like an onion right now. And what's at the core of that for you? That's the truth in the moment. That's what you can really justify within yourself, is going to make the most sense, that can mold your reality into something special. And with Mercury, whoops, that's not an eraser. With Mercury at 22 and come to 23 this weekend, well, guess what? Saturn just came to 22 degrees, and Mercury's opposing Saturn. So guess what? We just had all this sort of like reinventive, almost like strategy within our mind of how to connect the dots in our life based on our heart, based on our values. And now we're getting this opposition with Saturn. And I think that with a moon in Virgo, which Mercury is the dispositor of that moon, like it is important to get serious with the opposition to Saturn about molding your day-to-day life into what's going to be happy for you, in changing your environment into happiness, into something exciting. And I think that we can feel like with Saturn there that there's oppositions or there's blocks up. But I think it's that this energy of the Uranus and Mars, it's like you're only blocking yourself from the greatest connections in life right now. If you want to keep doing that, go for it. But you can find a happy medium here of like sticking things out till the end and letting things go. Like, what are the best things? Stick those out to the end. What are not? Let them go. I don't think we have to like stress. I feel like we can want to stress this weekend, but that's not going to be in this pure state. That's not going to be in like, where you're the artist of your reality right now, because it's such a creative time. There's so much expansion. It's not going to look like it, but this is where you have to create that, and you have to know that you got everything you need within you to create that expansion in your life. And that's Saturday. As we come to Sunday, we do really see the Sun-Jupiter make that trine. So again, Sunday is like, wow, we're closing out this July. It's Leo season. And how much can I accomplish that I love? How much can I do that excites me and puts me on the journey and on this great vision quest of the things that can be created in life? But it takes courage. And that's where Aries and Leo are helping us big time, because guess what? They are the two signs that deal with being courageous, being in your identity, knowing what you want, doing the thing, shining your light and saying, you know what? This is what I want. This is what's going to make me happy. This is what's going to open up and expand my world. I'm going there. This is not a time to have to be told what to do with Pluto retrograde in Capricorn, with a South Node in Scorpio. You do not need to be told what makes you happy. You just need to identify with it. And I think that there is a natural sensation within our bodies and our physical landscape and our environments right now that is ready to show us how to shake things up and liberate ourselves to get that value, to get that quest underway. But you have to be willing to step through the doorway. You have to be willing to walk the hallway to the next doorway and open that. And with Uranus and Mars together, there could be a million doorways, but you'll never know what's behind the next one until you actually physically push it open. And I think that's where we're at this weekend, is like, you want to sculpt your reality, you want to purify it, you want to be critical about the things that light you up, the happiness, the value, the relationships. Venus is still sextile that energy, and it's going to get closer, and especially Monday with Mars and Uranus meeting, with the moon opposed Neptune, and Mercury at 25 degrees by then will be in a yod, forming a yod with Neptune and Pluto. So the changes in your environment that bring you happiness, that bring love into your life, that are expansive and not constrictive and holding you back, because Mercury's done with the square by or the opposition to Saturn on Sunday. There's just little things in our mind that we're holding ourselves back from, and we're trying to isolate when there's no love in isolation. Especially if you're isolating yourself from love or being so like cold. Don't be so cold right now. Be warm. It's the middle of summer, especially if you're on the northern hemisphere of this plane of existence we live on. It is all about the warmth, all about the love, opening and expanding your life based on that, and building relationships that have that core, comfortable, emotional connection that's in line with the same values, that's in line with the same direction. There's some really amazing energy, and by the end of Sunday, we will see that moon make a really nice trine over to Mars. We're going to see it also make a sextile over to Venus. This weekend is actually the bomb.com if you're ready to liberate yourself from what is cold, what is unhappy, what is not fun, what is not connected, because you want to stay in some intense drama with Scorpio South Node and Leo energy. Like, you don't have to stay in any movie that you're not the star of, that you're not stepping forward and creating based on your heart. And that Virgo moon's going to feel a lot of weight, and stress out if it's doing anything that's restrictive and holding it back from, liberating itself for happiness. So it's a great weekend to just go find happiness and do things a little bit differently, because that's Uranus in the North Node conjunct. Just do things differently. That's where value is. The same old, the routine that you've been on, the job, the life, anything that feels like it's constricting your life and constricting your true purpose in life. Good luck staying in that situation moving forward. Maybe it's not about just making the cut, but Mars is right there with the knife just pressing on the steak. Like, I want to cut this, especially the bull and Taurus. Like, you ready to cut off that nice, juicy, tender piece of steak of your life and enjoy it to the fullest? And maybe you're cutting with something you've never used before. Because it's Uranus. And it's alien. And it feels like we're not used to doing this in our life. And I'm here to tell you that it's okay to cut off a piece of life that is amazing, that you've never had the guts right up until this point, or the awareness or the consciousness to realize that you could take that beautiful, beautiful piece of life and cut it out and expand that and get the gifts and get the presents and get the joy and get the happiness and get all the things that you want in life that will fulfill you from the inside out. This is where you can do it for yourself. It's crazy. Do not chain yourself to a timeline that your soul doesn't value any longer. Please. One day these horoscopes won't talk about that. But for the rest of this year, it's liberation time, and I'm going to keep hammering that home. Because North Node Uranus is a very rare, very, very, very rare transit. We don't get them every day. We don't get them every couple years, and we don't get them in Taurus very often either. So your fixed earth, your ability to have everything you need within yourself and create in ways that, people are going to tell you can't. People are going to tell you that you can't do that. Yes, you can. Oh, yes, you can. Society is going to tell you, oh, you can't do that. Oh, yes, you can. See what the cards are for this weekend. Hope you all had a good month of July and are ready for August. This year is just trucking along. It's going to be eclipse season before we know it. Crazy. Nine of Cups in reverse. I think it's really important that we focus on all the things that will bring us a lot of self-fulfillment, happiness, and to not shy away from those things. And if we're realizing that things need a change in life to feel better and to feel more on top of our game and nurturing and supportive, we want to do those things. Make those shifts, make those changes. This is like where it's very Uranian, very Aquarian, even with Saturn, of course, retrograde in Aquarius, back at 22 degrees, which makes a net 4. That's very Uranian to me, too. This is like wrists, like they bend in weird ways, ankles, shins. It's weird movements that are going to set you free and empower you in the most authentic life you could live. And we got the Ace of Wands after that. Reversed. I just think this is also like, it takes courage to go on this journey. You want these gifts, you want to expand your life, have the courage, take the baton from God, don't hold back, don't sell yourself short because you don't think you can, or you don't think whatever. Like, this is like full on, like, the confidence to make a change will change the game in ways you can't predict, couldn't see coming. And I think that, we start to see what that looks like this weekend. We start to feel that there's an abundance of courage to do the things that are going to actually put us in a more, our cups are all filled up. Like, we're taking this baton and we're going to run with it. We don't need to be scared of it. And the Seven of Wands, definitely not scared to hold our position of the things that we love in life and to hold on to that victory that we're ready to acquire. Like, it's like knowing that you're going to win, knowing that you have the victory already and getting ready to defend that title. It might feel like we have to defend the title against governments, the world, family, relationships. Like, don't give up your heart. Don't give up your energy for something else that's trying to take it away. I think this takes like master level within yourself right now to not let the outside, anything, put you into a place of feeling like nasty emotions. Like, this is good emotion time. And if you can repel anything that puts you in a place of feeling bad or feeling like you don't deserve your victory in life, cut it. All right. I love you all very much. I hope you have a beautiful weekend, and I will see you all very soon. And I'll see people who took my class for class 5 tomorrow, Saturday, because actually it's today. It's 12:51 as I'm doing this live. See you today at 4 p.m. Pacific for that class. It did get postponed from Friday due to some other work obligations, but we are on like Donkey Kong. It's going to be fun. Love you all very much. Have a great weekend. Peace.